It's all impressive to me because my brain does not work like that.
Yeah. Mine either. That's why I got my buddy. VHS is on.
Sure.
I'll go into a bit of explanation. So basically we have the 6 TVs in front of you. So we're going to do 3 rounds of Rorschach tests, so inkblot tests. So the first 2 rounds are just going to be still images, but they're produced in a slightly different manner. And then the 3rd round of the Rorschach is Silas is going to be doing some live glitch art, producing it over here with their many tools. And that's going to be more of like a rapid fire round.
Wait, I didn't know about any of this. I thought it was literally just the question part.
No, we gotta warm up the brain.
Yeah, no,
so
fact.
This is all sort of just to get like the whole point of the questions is to like, the questions are essentially we're trying to take Rorschach tests and make them into word form. And like this is all about documenting the reactive mind. So these are essentially just warm-ups, but honestly a lot of people just have people have a lot of fun with them.
Oh yeah,
really.
I'm ready. I'm sure I'm going to.
But the questions themselves, so throughout this entire process, for the ink blots and for the questions, there's going to be a remote right next to you, right on the windowsill. That center button is the one that's going to move it forward. If you just want to point it towards this like rack.
Do I do a test right now?
Yeah, do a test real quick. There's a mouse over there. That's always the thing, is we don't move the mouse yet. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that mouse will disappear. Okay. But so the questions themselves do not have any context. That's the big thing. So the I don't want to say it's your job, but it's like your thing in the interview to give the questions context. And everything's at your own pace. So it's like if you want to spend 5 seconds describing one of these ink blots, you could. If you want to spend 30 seconds on one of these, a minute. And then with the questions, if you want to spend 5 minutes on a question, if you want to, if one's not particularly interesting to you, you can essentially just skip it or give 10 seconds or what, you know what I mean? Just like have a good time. If something speaks to you, brings like a specific memory out, and you want to talk about that, that's what we're trying to
delve into more.
And we're just giving everybody the option, and you don't have to decide right now, but we're obviously recording you, and but if you like go through the interview and you decide you said something that like you don't want people to know you said,
too personal.
You could let us know to like cut that part out, or we could transcript the entire interview, and it could be like Allison Cortez never did the interview.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Well, but it's just we're giving you the option.
That's very I'm sure for everyone to like feel safe and comfortable. Thank you, and we'll just see what happens. I don't know. I just feel like it'll be like a therapy session.
That's what we've had multiple.
So I'm used to articulating my feelings.
It'll be $100, please.
Oh, you pay me? Yeah.
So funny. But anyway, we can get started whenever you like. You can start describing this image, and then you have the remote, and
Okay. Wow. Well, this one.
Oh, there is one more thing. I apologize.
I was ready.
That's never happened.
That actually hasn't happened.
That hasn't happened yet, where I tell the person to go, and then I'm like, fuck! But me and Silas will be in the room for the ink blots, and we will not be in the room for the questions.
Oh, okay, interesting.
We're gonna leave you by yourself.
Okay, you'll be right outside the door listening.
Not the whole time, but no.
Just for like.
We'll probably be downstairs, twiddling our thumbs, scrolling, and maybe having a cigarette.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, just so we're gonna be in here for the next like 15 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Now you can go. I won't interrupt you.
Okay. Well, this one, for whatever reason, I immediately saw kind of like an aerial view of a room. It just kind of feels like a deconstructed space and then like duplicated. I like it. Very interesting. It's like an environment that it draws me into almost. Okay. interesting. I see like a light and just kind of like this glowing orb around it. It's almost like a lamppost, it looks like, in the middle, but I see some like heart shapes and yeah, very interesting. Oh, and now it's kind of like morphing into a dragon a little bit, which is
Where do you
cool.
see the dragon?
So like I see the lamppost right in the center, and then right above it there's like two little nostrils and two eyes, and it's almost like a flame, and then the wings. Yeah.
Oh, I see the nostrils are like circular down here.
Oh no! Wow, you're seeing it in a completely different space. No, I was seeing like lamppost, nostrils, eyes.
Yeah,
wings.
big bulbous eyes, sort of like praying mantis like.
Yeah. Okay, very cool. Wait, can I ask, like, what was your process for you guys collaborating and making these? Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. It looks like on the left I see almost like a razor blade, like the part that would go into a razor. And then it's just kind of like abstracted and like swooshed out to the side. This one just looks like a little creature to me. It just looks like I don't know, like a gremlin, but in a cute way. And I see eyes and maybe little ears, and it's just kind of like saying hey. It feels welcoming. It doesn't feel intimidating in any way. This one feels intimidating. This looks like a mask and a face and maybe like some type of demon that's just like right up. I don't know.
As if it's like hiding itself. And it's a bit.
Yeah, it's like masking itself, but also right up in front of you, almost like asking something of you, or like trying to. There's like a sense of intimidation and maybe like claustrophobia, where you feel like you don't have any like space to avoid like the energy or whatever, but it's still very cool. These look like feet to me for whatever reason, like little like creature feet or bunny feet. Like hanging off the edge of a bed. Maybe it's just like relaxing and I don't know, chilling on a Saturday morning.
No socks yet.
No socks, just two toes. This looks like a field. I see, it's like a path in the center and maybe like two grassy, bushy pieces of land on either side, and then the little shape, the black shape in the center is like one of those what are those things called that you like, they're just in a park and you just go and like sit under them? Gazebo. Yeah, it looks like a gazebo and just a little path leading up to it and some trees in the background on like a sunny day. This looks like some type of angel, bird, I don't know, creature, and there's like some wings, some antlers that kind of go out like that, which is really interesting. And it's almost like partially levitating in the sky, but there's still the ground beneath it. Really cool. This looks like another nature scene to me. I just saw trees immediately, but like faces kind of in the trees, which I feel like I see in nature on walks anyways, like when you really pay attention to the details and everything.
I feel like I see faces just
everywhere. Like you can, like if you stare at some leaves or like bushes long enough. But yeah, that's what this looks like. I see a rat. I literally see a rat's face with some ears and his nostrils and eyes and some teeth.
Yeah, like sort of pointing upward.
Yeah.
And there's like skinny ones up top.
Yeah, he's got his little rat teeth. I love it. And then just like a really cool abstracted, like geometric background. Okay. I'm just seeing like a bunch of creatures. This is really interesting. I didn't know what to expect with this. I don't know. This is like some type of reptilian. He almost seems like he is of royalty. Like I see a crown on his head and like kind of a long alligator-like face and almost like a kind of cape around him. I respect him. He looks like he's royal and of utmost importance. I immediately in the center I see like this big beam of light. I'm not sure where like the source is coming from or what it is illuminating. It looks like another aerial view of like a room for me. And actually maybe the smallest point of the light beam is like a doorway, kind of letting the light into a room and illuminating like maybe some other type of tiny creature or something on the left side there. I see another face. I'm just seeing faces, which is so cool. But this one he doesn't really have like a body. He's got little square arms and legs. And then he's wearing a hat and like really like beautiful eyes and almost like a beak, like a bird, which is really cool. And then just really abstracted on the outside, maybe some wings even too. I see two little alien creatures having a conversation in a cafe, and they both have two heads apiece, and they're just like conversing and catching up about their busy weeks on their planet.
Where do you describe the cafe?
In the background, it just feels like I don't know. It's just like where I imagine them to be. Like that's like the menu or whatever of ordering behind them, and maybe some other little tables and people sitting at chairs in the background, and then like the white blobs are them with their two heads apiece talking to each other.
Having two different conversations, maybe.
Maybe four conversations. For some reason the background, it seems very like a church, like I don't know, just like the kind of swooping details feels very ornate, and then there's like three beings, almost like an altar, like three beings going up to an altar, and it's like very beautifully decorated. I wonder what they're worshipping or I don't know, praying about or for. And this is just a full portrait of a dragon face to me. He's got some like furry eyebrows, beautiful eyes, big nostrils, and a snout that's like right at the bottom. And then these kind of like flaming whiskers on the side of his face, like the little black on the bottom, or like little flames kind of coming out.
Yeah.
And this looks like the dragon, but fragmented and like flipped and reversed and duplicated. So now I'm just kind of seeing the nostrils on the bottom and the nostrils on the top.
I won't lie, that's what it is.
Yeah, no, obvious, I could tell. But I like it. It's just like a different view of him.
I believe that was the last one of that round.
Oh, okay.
So
did I go through that quickly?
That's about an average.
Oh, okay,
one.
cool.
Yeah, you took your time.
I did good.
And just explained it. So we got another round of ink blot tests. These ones are produced in a bit different manner.
Okay.
The other ones are mostly just black and white. These are a bit more on the grayscale.
Okay.
And like I said, you asked about the process. I will explain after.
Yeah.
But,
that was just me being curious.
I know. I appreciate it. So yeah, same thing.
Okay, so this one, for whatever reason, it also looks like a creature to me. It's giving Adventure Time.
Adventure Time?
Yeah, like I see a very distinct kind of smile with the eyes and like a bright face.
I haven't seen it before, but I actually see the Adventure Time.
You need to watch
face
Adventure
right
Time.
Now.
Yeah.
About right up here.
Yes, like that just screams like Finn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like the style of those characters, and yeah, he's kind of got like a long like blobby body, and then these kind of squiggly arms. Oops, sorry. And then maybe like his hand, because everyone in Adventure Time has like powers and stuff, so maybe kind of like flaming hand powers or something. I don't know what environment he might be in. I can't really I don't know, figure out the surrounding details, but definitely that face just like right away. Really cool. Oh, interesting. It looks like an alien to me. It just looks like another like portrait. 2 eyes. And almost like these like energy like chakra systems coming down to like a beak, mouth, and all of this energy around it. I feel like this alien would have powers to fragment like time and space. Like it just feels like they can, I don't know, control wherever they need to go at any moment in time. And almost this kind of dualistic where you would trust them, but also be a little bit fearful of them. There's like a little bit of a menacing energy, but a sense of calm at the same time. And this looks like a cave to me, like something on a mountain that you would feel drawn into and maybe a little bit afraid of, but you'd be curious. That just feels like a sense of magic that would be like drawing you in there, that you would probably find something, I don't know, really interesting that you wouldn't be able to in normal societal life. Well, I see like a moth in the center and some wings, and maybe the like 2 kind of lighter spots on either side are cocoons of like other moths waiting for their moment to crack open. I think moths are in cocoons. I always confuse a chrysalis and a cocoon.
I believe moths and butterflies hatch from cocoons, but I'm not an expert.
Okay. Okay, this looks like a creature meeting, like they have like a secret society, and the one being in the middle has like a kind of rat alien head with big ears and a hat, and he has no neck. His head is just kind of like floating and detached from his body, but I love it. It looks so cool. And then he has like 2 little assistants on either side of him that are I don't know, kind of leading a meeting or something.
The head's like being held up by just like pure energy.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like floating right above him. It's like always attached to him, but not physically. If that makes sense. And his hat almost looks kind of like a policeman cap, like some type of authority figure hat like that. I picture those like British like tall hats that they wear. Oh, I saw an owl right away with like these really beautiful eyes and a little beak, and this one's also giving me like Adventure Time vibes of the kind of like space owl in that show. And yeah, again, another one that feels like I would trust this being, like very inviting, and like these like wings that just feel like a warm hug that want to wrap around you. Oh, I see, like, it's another creature, and she's a ballerina, and she's wearing a crown, and she has these, like, big, huge eyes, and these wings, and she's wearing a white tutu that's just kind of, like, feathering out, and she's on stage, and she's about to have her big moment and perform and smash it.
Good for her.
Yeah. This looks like some type of, like, portal or doorway, something that you would enter into if you wanted to. or never, like, enter if it's too, like, it's not, like, scary, but it's, I feel like it's a type of portal where you know you're gonna be changed, like, when you exit out the other side. And there's a little heart in the center, too. Oh, this is another owl. He's just upside down this time, and kind of like a aerial angle. The two, like, really, dark owl eyes, and then the wings kind of like coming out, and they go, like, off the page and then kind of wrap around at the top again, too. This looks like a kind of zoomed out view of a really big mountain, and there's some type of building or spot at the top of it that's just, like, alone there, in solitude, and there's, like, a beam of light from the sun, or maybe the moon, coming down, cascading over the mountain. Oh, this looks like a little duck wearing headphones. I love it.
To be very transparent, that's, like, our most common answer.
Really?
And it's just so funny how that duck with headphones comes through.
Yeah. Okay. Weird. I'm glad other people see it too, because it's so hilarious. I love him. He looks like he's, like, just, like, on his morning commute, like, blocking out the world, listening to his tunes to, like, pump up for the day.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be friends with him.
I feel like me and you have to make, like, some little ducks with headphones now.
Yeah. No, print this out as a sticker. Yeah. Patches. That'd be so cool. I'd wear it. This is another creature, but with a very angular, like, geometric head with two, like, long pointed ears and a snout that comes to a point. And I see, like, a robe again, where he's just kind of, like, wearing a robe or a cloak type of thing. And maybe he's doing a dance. He's, like, got his arms out, his legs are out. He's, like, I don't know, on the dance floor, partying, doing some disco on a Saturday night. This is another being, but he's a blob. He's just lounging and loafing, and I don't know, almost even this kind of sense of astral energy, just, like, feeling very at peace, and there's, like, a sense of levitation, even though there's not a distinct flat surface beneath him. He's just kind of, like, hovering there, but it feels very serene. And, like, the kind of, like, energy center being in his, like, solar plexus, and kind of, like, cascading down like that.
That's the last one. You don't have a problem with flashing lights?
Not that I know of. We'll find out.
That's the worst thing to say.
No, I genuinely think I'm fine.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait,
so Silas is just going to do some live glitch art, and you won't have control of the remote for now.
Okay.
So just kind of rapid fire, say what you see as it goes, as stuff develops.
Okay. Okay, our duck headphone man.
We're gonna take the duck.
And, just, like, hypnotic, like, hypnosis, mandala. I see, like, heart chakra energy center now that it's green and kind of swirling and spinning. how it feels to be like around a bunch of people you love and you feel really safe and warm. And then I just saw like that one SpongeBob episode where Squidward is alone in the room and the room just kind of like expands like out more and more.
Alone.
Yeah, no, that's what was going on in my head. And yeah, just like, I don't know, it's just really trippy and cool to watch. It just feels like a very interdimensional space that you would just kind of be drawn into. Hard. It's just so cool to like watch the process. Definitely just a lot of energy. Tie-dye, I'm seeing like, you know, swirling patterns. Yeah, just heart chakra. Oh, like a pond. Yeah, I'm seeing like a pool or a pond that you would swim into and gain magical powers. I'm just gonna get hypnotized. I'm sorry.
Well, that was the point, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we're going to switch over to the fin of the hour, the vague questions. So same process for you. You have the remote.
Okay.
There's about 40 questions.
Okay.
Like I said, take all the time in the world if you want. If you want to skip one here or there, go ahead.
Okay.
If you want to talk, if you just want to answer one question for 40 minutes, you could do that, I suppose. That's totally fine as well.
I probably could talk that long about something, but I will not because I'm interested enough in all the other questions and all the little snippets I've been seeing so far from people and you guys.
All over the place.
Oh, and then when you do this, like, is it best for me to read the question aloud and then respond, or just to not say anything and just kind of answer it?
You can really do. What are you gonna say?
I think saying something is usually helpful, but also like we have a recording with the questions on them, so it won't like we'll know what question you're talking about on the recording, but it also I think it will help for the videos element if you say it out loud.
Sounds good. Okay, should I start? Okay.
We're gonna go first.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Well, now I feel like hypnotized after that last
That
little
was the
session.
point, like
No, I
said.
know, but now I'm like freaked out. Why?
You're okay. You'll get to do a couple questions.
Yeah.
That'll be good. And we'll be downstairs, maybe outside on the porch.
Okay.
Whenever you're done, just feel free to come and get us.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alright, thanks,
Thank
Allison.
you.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. So silly to me. It's okay. It's really
It's not
fine.
okay. There you go.
Okay. What do you do? I create. I'm an artist and I love making things. I love experimenting. I love play and reconnecting with my inner child. Trying to redefine my response when people ask, like, oh, what do you do? What do you do for work? And just fully claiming the artist aspect, because it is a job to be a creative and to have ideas that deserve to be actualized into reality. What world do you live in? That's very interesting. I live in a dualistic world. I really believe in the full spectrum of feeling joy and love and positivity and magic and connection and community all around me. But I, also have to acknowledge that we live in a world with a lot of pain and trouble and disconnection and disharmony. And I think the world that I live in my own body and in my own energy, is one that is just trying to consistently make peace with those two things, and just to accept and embrace that two things can and do exist at the same time. Who cares? It's funny that I read that way the first time. No, but who cares? I have so many people in my life that care, and I think family members, I think community members, especially finding a safe space in the arts community and art scene. It really is a space of a lot of support of people who do genuinely care to see you succeed and thrive, and who will, kind of connect you with further opportunities and promote you and your work and show up to things for you. And I think that that's really beautiful, and I'm lucky to have family members that care. I'm lucky to have 2 cats who really, really care about me and bring me so much joy and love. And yeah, just there's a lot of people that care. Everyone cares about something. When did it happen? Oh, I feel like the human brain tendency is to think about something negative, and so I want to directly resist that and try to think about something positive, because I feel like that's what I have to do every single day. And like the previous question, living in a dualistic world, you're kind of forced to focus more on positive things. So when did it happen? It happened when I started believing in myself. It happened when I started loving my body and my mind and my heart, and how I connect with people, and how much I care, and how deeply I feel, and how passionate I am. And it happened when other people started noticing that and valuing that and showing up for me. And yeah. What do you like about them? I like that they are so kind and authentic and creative and trustworthy. I like that they are supportive and always striving for something greater for themselves. I like how much they value themselves and their goals. I like how they interact with other people, and how much genuine care they show and genuine interest they show in getting to know so many other people and forming connections. And I like that they're just fully, wholeheartedly themselves. Did you get there in time? Yeah. At divine timing. Everything happens at the right time. Everything happens for a reason. Trying to resist the temptation to believe that there is a certain space that you need to be at a certain point in time, and if you're not there at that exact time, you're a failure, because that's absolutely not true. Because there's always a grander plan happening. And so yes, I would say that I always get there in time. And if I show up late to an event, no, I did not. The event started for me when I got there, so I got there in time. And did I get there in time in life? Yeah, because everything happens just when it's supposed to, even if you don't understand until reflection and retrospect. Why did you say yes? I said yes because I wanted to take a chance on myself for once. I said yes because I felt I deserved it. I said yes because I knew that in time and years in the future, I would deeply, deeply regret if I had said no. And so even if it scared me, I said yes, and I tried to embrace a sense of openness and just go with it and accept that an opportunity was presenting itself to me and it was my time and that the universe wanted me to say yes, and it was my decision to either push past my fears and follow through and show up for myself, or like I said, be faced with deep regret in the future. And I hate how regret feels in my body. I can't deal with that. So I said, okay, I will push past the fear and I will say yes. Were you there for them? Yes, I was. And I think even people that maybe are no longer physically in my life, I still have some type of like energetic space for. Like I'm still there for them from a distance. If that's what's, for the best for both of us, I still try to, like send love when I can, and when I see them succeeding or doing something for themselves, I, do a little, I'm happy for you, and I'm glad, no matter what happened. But definitely when they were physically in my life, yes, I was there for them. I showed up for them a lot, and it's just because I care very deeply, and because when I form connections with people, I, feel like I need to show up for them because I want them to stay. But I also, like, it's just innate in me to, like, to care that much and to want to help. And when I see anyone struggle, I don't know, I don't want anyone to feel pain, because I know how badly pain hurts. And so I feel like I do always try in whatever way that I can, and whatever way that it will be best received. I do try to be there for them, always. Why did you do it? I needed a change. And I didn't know what better way to try to find myself than to try something new and to jump into something head first and to take a risk and see how it paid off. Because when you feel stuck and stagnant for so long, I feel like you reach a point where it's like, okay, I can either continue to stay feeling this way that makes me feel very icky and uncomfortable, or I can do something that feels uncomfortable for a moment in time that will eventually pass, or that I will eventually move through, and then, potentially feel even greater on the other side of that, and be open to a new world of potential and opportunities and possibilities. So yeah, I did it because I needed a change, or even not needed, because I deserved a change. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I have so much to be grateful for. Even though life is a struggle and a uphill and downhill and uphill battle again, and so non-linear, I just try to maintain my sense of self and do things that I love, do things that my inner child loves and feels, safe in, create safe spaces for myself, and that always makes me feel okay, or even more than okay. It makes me feel comforted and valued and seen by my own self. It makes me feel grateful. It makes me feel joy. Yeah, I am okay. Even though things suck and I'm still someone that deals with painful unpredictable life circumstances. I am a survivor first and foremost, and I think that drive and that desire to pull myself out of any situation and find something better for myself because I know I deserve it, I think that always gets me out of anything, and then I'm more than okay. I'm me again. What did you offer? I offered a sense of belonging. I offered a space full of acceptance. I offered a opportunity to let your guard down. I offered joyful moments and pockets of happiness in a day that might otherwise feel very gray. And I offered a sense of myself, just a pure, unfiltered, authentic piece of myself that I hoped would allow anyone else to feel very safe and very seen, and safe to be able to be themselves and to offer more of themselves to other people. So I just always try to offer as much vulnerability and authenticity as I can, because I feel like that's the only way that we can further grow and promote that expansion in other people. Oh, I thought I was done for a second. Who are they? They are motivational, they are aspirational, they are a friend, a community leader, they are a driven creative, they are a free-spirited kid who's just happy to fully embrace that and be fully themselves, and they are just true and safe and loving. Are you sorry for what you did? I am sorry for what I did. I'm still somebody who makes mistakes, even though I've been hurt so many times by so many people or so many circumstances. I can still always own up for, and I have always owned up for, any mistakes or challenges that I faced that might have directly or indirectly impacted another person, and I always feel very deeply sorry in that moment and beyond. There are things that I still definitely think about that have happened years and years ago, even when I was a kid, things that as an adult version of myself I can forgive the child who didn't know any better and who was still learning and feeling so much pain through her experiences, and just trying to navigate that, and also navigate a bunch of really challenging human relationships. And I feel so sorry for how things happened, but I also feel really sorry for that kid that was so burdened with things that it made her act or react in a way that wasn't my true nature and wasn't as authentic as I think I do respond now to any troubles or miscommunications or anything like that. But yeah, I'm always very, very deeply sorry, and I contemplate things for very long periods of time, and think about them often, and I think that's how I maintain that apologetic nature within myself, is just through self-reflection and awareness. Because a lot of people who aren't sorry just refuse to have like awareness for their own faults and mistakes, and I would never want to, that's still a part of yourself. I would never want to feel detached from any part of myself, and I'm still a person that makes mistakes. Is this it? I don't think so. I think this is the start of it. I think this is a launching pad. I think this is a very, very energetically dense moment of my life that I'm so grateful for, and I know years to come I'm going to be reflecting back and feeling so much gratitude and joy, and I just hope that I maintain, every day I try to remind myself that maintaining presence in this moment in time is so important for the opportunity to be able to reflect back on it in the future. But I don't think this is it. I don't think this is where it ends. I think this is where it begins. I think this is where things start and just grow and grow and grow, and I'm so excited for whatever that means and whatever that may look like and whatever shape that will take over time. So this is just an exciting incubator moment in time, but it is not the end. What do you see? I see a future of love and connection and feeling joy through radically embracing myself and my community and the people around me and my arts practice. I see friendship and community and companionship, camaraderie, support. I see so much support, especially in creative spaces where everyone's just, rooting for each other. And how could I be cynical when I'm surrounded by so many people that, are driven and desire something greater for themselves, because that's only forces me to engage with that in myself more, and to think about my own future in that way and value myself in that way. So I see so much potential and so much opportunity. I see light, I see sunshine, warmth, love. What do you like about it? I like how different it is and how challenging it is. I've always loved a good challenge. I'm a little bit stubborn, so things that force me to use that for my greatest good are exceptional. And I wouldn't like something as much if it wasn't, if it was too easy. If something came too easy to me, I don't think I would value it as much. So I definitely value the grit and the challenges about it, but I also equally value the hopefulness and opportunity. Did you do a good job? I did a great job. I'm doing a great job every single day, and that's just something that I try to remind myself. I feel like none of us are kind enough to ourselves about just how great we're doing with our individual circumstances. Everybody's going through so much shit, and we don't take enough time to be aware and cognizant of that, and the world would just be such a more safe and harmonic place if we all told ourselves more that we're doing a great job, we've done a great job so far, that we're proud of ourselves. And then if we feel that internally, we'd then be able to, share even more of that externally and lift up our community. So yeah, I did a good job. Yes, I did a great job. Yeah. Are you different? I am different. I've always felt different. I feel like I interpret this question, and I've interpreted a lot of these questions in multiple different ways. Obviously, it's vague questions, but this one specifically, are you different as in, are you different from this experience, but also are you different as in, are you different, like a different person? And immediately, yes, like I've always felt so different. I've always felt alien, and like, again, the dualistic thing of feeling disconnected from your surrounding environment, but also feeling a sense of like pride in having a uniqueness and having a mission that drives you, that maybe not everyone can relate to, and that's fine, because it's your own journey to explore and endure and eventually succeed in. But yes, I am different. I'm just embracing that. I love being weird. I love having my ideas. I love the way that I'm able to talk to people and engage with people and engage with my environment, engage with my arts practice. I think that being different is so special, and I don't want to be like everyone else, because that's boring. And like a world where everyone is the same is not a world that I dream to live in, because there would just be no potential to learn from each other, no potential to grow, no potential to succeed and thrive. If everyone's the same and doing the same things, what's the point, right? So I am different, and I love being different. What's the point? That's a good question. I ask myself that a lot. I feel like the point is to honestly reconnect with and rediscover who we were as kids. I feel like the ultimate life journey is knowing who you are so charged, and so certain as a kid, and really embracing that and not feeling shame and not feeling fear, and then growing up and feeling really constrained by environmental factors or societal beliefs and structures and rules and things, and then eventually getting to a point where you ask yourself the question, what's the point? Why am I doing this? Why do I feel not like myself? And you realize that you really just have to re-embrace everything that you were when you were a kid, everything that you are in your core, and really just remove and peel back all of these layers of internalized shame and disappointment and disconnection, and just do a lot of deep inner work to return to a state of joy and peace and acceptance of self and acceptance of others in the world around you. And I think the point is that actually children are so intelligent, and we need to be learning from them, and we need to be following their lead more, because they will tell you exactly who they are. They know. And the point is to trust them more and to recreate and rebuild a world whose structure allows for thriving and does not create constraint on the inner child. The point is just to reconnect with who you are. That's where you find true joy. Why do you think the way that you do? I think a lot. And why do I think the way that I do is because I have had so many moments of, I would say, fulfilled independent time. I was gonna say alone time, but it's not lonely alone time. It's time in my own energy space to really figure out, who I am and what kind of world I see around me and what kind of goals I have for my future and what kind of mark I want to leave on the world. So I think a lot about my past, I think a lot about my present, I think a lot about the future that I envision, and I think it's just through experiences that have kind of rattled me and forced me to think about my mortality and my legacy, like the mark that you'll leave on the world, whether it's small and just like what your family and friends will remember about you, but also if you're able to expand your reach and really impact people in a way that changes the world for the greater good. I know I'm not here just to live, to eat, to die. Like I'm here to make something and to change something, and that deeply impacts the way that I think every day. I think it really infuses my thoughts with a sense of like a plan of action and a sense of motivation, for sure. Who are you? I am just a soul and a body trying to figure things out. Just taking it day by day. Every day is different, but I am just someone who's trying to explore the greatest lengths and depths of myself and make the most connections with my environment, both natural and built and structured, like community-wise, and to make a lot of connections with people around me. They call me Allison, but my name is not my identity, and my job is not my identity. I think my spirit is my identity, and my spirit is just someone who is very accepting and playful and funny and intelligent and kind, and I love her. I love that about me. That's who I am. And I'm an artist, but again, my career does not define me, but I think innately I am a creative is even a better term. What would you like? I would like stability. I would like what would you like? I feel like sometimes I think so much about survival and the day-to-day and just trying to find like those spark moments in the day-to-day that I sometimes don't take into enough consideration what I want and what I desire. The one thing that I always think about that I would like is to be able to afford a plot of land in my lifetime, to build a house, to build a community, to have a garden, to have a farm, to rescue animals. Like, it's such a simple goal in essence, but in reality, you know, like genuinely, it's something that I deeply, deeply yearn for. And just to have like a home studio and for my job to just be being and creating when I want and growing, sharing, learning. I am a lifetime learner. I would like to continue to be a lifetime learner and just experience as much as I can before it is my time. And I think that should be everybody's goal. It's just like you only live once in this body with this consciousness. Like, you might as well make the most of it and put yourself out there and try as many things as you can. I would like to try so many things. Like, oh my god, I'm scared of the ocean, so first and foremost, please, I would like to get over my fear of the ocean. But I would love to surf. I would love to do like metalworking. I would love to do anything with technology. It's always so interesting to me because it's not necessarily my forte, and I'm inspired by it. I love it. I would like to maybe go back to school and further connect, further learn. I would like to I would like to get to a point of stability in my life where I then am able to actually be philanthropic in a way that I so deeply desire to be, to just have enough for myself that, like, I know I'm good and secure, and then have even more access to be able to share with others and really just help kind of rebalance and restabilize our world by being kind and giving and loving. So I would like a world and a future full of peace and stability and opportunity. Are you pissed? No. I feel like it takes a lot for me to get angry, actually. If anything, I internalize like my anger a lot, and I'll just be like I want to make a change, like, do it. I'll look in the mirror and I'll just be like, come on, like if you desire something, make it happen, do it. But I'm not pissed. Does pissed have like other interpretations other than being mad? I don't know, but no, I'm not. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm emotional, but I would say rarely angry. It just doesn't feel good in my body. I don't like it. I just like move through it, dance it out, move on to the next thing. I don't have time to be angry because anger gets in the way of all of my goals and aspirations. Are you scared? I feel fear all the time. Like, who doesn't? If people say they're never scared, they're lying. I really challenge myself to move through my fears, and I know that they're just tools and opportunities to self-reflect of what scares you and why does it scare you, and then how do you move through that, and how is it an opportunity for you to expand yourself and to grow. But yeah, I feel fear every day in small and big ways, and some fears are momentary and some fears are more long-term, but I really just try to talk it out, journal about it, make art about it, and move through it. What? It's funny to me. What? It just seems like the screen is just like asking me. Sorry. I don't know. What, who, what, when, where, why? Was it the right thing to do? It was the right thing to do. Every decision you make, even if it feels wrong, I just think everything plays out exactly how it's supposed to. I just believe in like timing, and that even if you do think you fucked up or like made a mistake, it's really just to help you learn in the future and to like do more self-reflection, so that when you're approached with another situation in the future, you have even more perspective and tools in your toolbox to make a different decision. But yeah, it was the right thing to do, for sure. Are you there? I am here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm out there. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I am everywhere. I feel so connected to my surrounding environments and very present, especially in this moment, and being involved in an artist process like this. It's very interesting. It's very cool. It makes me feel very present and grateful. Why not? Oh my gosh, the Hilary Duff song just came in my head. I will not be singing. But she says, why not? Why not take a chance? Why not take a risk on yourself? Why not switch things up? You can live your life one type of way on a Thursday, wake up the next morning and decide that you want to completely change things and open yourself to a whole world of opportunities that you would have just previously never been associated with or confronted with. So why not? Do it. When will it come true? I really try not to worry about that too much. I think I just trust the timeline, and whatever will be, and it will happen when it's meant to. And it already is true if you believe it at the starting point, and you're planting the seed and nourishing it and building it up over time and allowing it to thrive, then it is just inevitable. It will come true at a certain point in time. When? I don't know. That's not, I don't write those rules. That's just the universe that takes care of that. So it's just about radical trust, I guess. What's different? What's different is now I have more faith in myself and more faith in my surroundings. I have more trust in my community and more self-belief. I have more, more drive and motivation because I have clearer goals. So what's different is definitely my approach and the tools that I have now for how I tackle things and my goals in everyday life. And gratitude, just having gratitude every day definitely helps your brain and your perspective about everything. Why did you say no? Because it was my right, and I don't have to do anything that makes me uncomfortable. And I refuse to put myself in places or situations or surround myself with people who do not, fully respect and value me in the same way that I respect and value any stranger, any of my, brothers and sisters on this planet. So I will gladly and repeatedly say no whenever I have to, in order to protect myself and keep myself safe, because I deserve to feel comfortable. Do you see it working out? Yeah. Why not? Like the previous question. I'm just trusting. I'm just allowing things to happen, and I know I'm deserving of great things, so why shouldn't it work out? Who? Like Mr. Owl. Are you here? Yes, I am. I'm very present. I am trying to immerse myself in my current environment and surroundings as much as possible and really feel connected to my community, feel really immersed in the art scene here, yeah, I'm here, I'm present, I'm ready, and I love it. How long until then? Again, I don't know. It's not what I'm worried about. I think I'm most worried about the duration of things or the exact date or timing or moment in the future that it will happen. And I'm more so focused on like the present moment and just this journey and being really authentically and wholeheartedly myself. But it could be a couple months, it could be a year, it could be 5 years. I'll never know, but I think just knowing that it is inevitable because I've already planted the seeds and I'm continually nourishing them, I think that's enough for me for this moment. Why did she stop? I stopped because I felt like I was really confused and I lost parts of myself along the way from dealing with so many external circumstances and from being told I was some type of person or some type of way, and instead of believing my inner voice, starting to believe in the external instead. So yeah, I stopped making art for like 4 years because it just felt like I don't even know if it was intentional. I think it was so subconscious where I almost felt like I didn't deserve to feel like joy or like happy or to experience that like creative flow state anymore. It was almost like a form of self punishment. Yeah, I stopped because there was just like so much in my life that happened that made me forget who I was and that made me feel really disconnected and almost made me feel like I wasn't deserving of creating things and being seen and sharing parts of myself that I now value so much. I just felt like I had to stop because I didn't value myself and I felt like people around me didn't value me. But I'm so glad that now I believe the complete opposite, and I think I had to stop for a moment of my life story because it gave me perspective where now I will never fucking stop again. Like I'm never gonna just because I know that's not what is right for me and that I feel even less like myself when I'm not creating. So I will never stop again. When? I don't like these when questions. I really just try not to like think about timing. I used to have really bad time anxiety is what I would call it, where I would just get a little bit too focused on like things having to follow a very specific plan and order and process. And so now I really don't know when, and not to say that I don't care, I definitely do care, because when it does happen, I'll just know it and I'll feel it so fully in my being that it will be undeniable. But, you know, when? Now. It's always now. It's always present. Like, I can feel it now, I can feel it tomorrow, I can feel it the whole rest of my life, and then especially in those big moments whenever they present themselves. But I will not attach myself to the exact timing of everything. I'll just let it happen how it happens. Was it wise? Yeah, I think I've always like had that like ever since I was a kid. They told me, oh, you're too like smart for your age, you're an old soul. And yeah, I guess I just have to like trust that I do make wise decisions, and that there's always some type of voice inside of me that's like my internal compass directing and guiding me and just allowing me to make decisions from a place that feel true. Okay. did. This was so fun. Just like a nice, like, self-reflective moment. I hope I didn't go over in time. I feel like I talked a lot.
No. We this is like the time we're shooting for.
Okay, yay.
And should be good. Yeah. We initially, like when we were doing the first round. Thank you. When we were doing the first rounds